Welcome back, everybody, to the Event Horizon podcast. We're back here with the lovely group of individuals playing Dungeons and Dragons for no other reason besides we are friends and we like playing Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, we're getting slowly back on our normal schedule. Hopefully this will become a regular thing that we go back to meeting every week after our little situation where we had a couple weeks off and a session, then a couple weeks off. But yeah, we're back now. Quick rundown. Website's up, it exists. We have a Discord where you can come and talk to our lovely faces. You can ask me Dungeons and Dragons questions or the group in general. If you want to ask things about the world, some basic stuff I'll be willing to tell, and all that kind of jazz. It's a pretty nice place with a bunch of welcoming people. I really suggest joining and coming out. Down in the description we have links to people's socials and Twitch channels and everything. They stream regularly. You should really go check them out. If you like them here, you're going to like them there, guaranteed. And then the last thing is that Peri, who plays Sawyer, will be away for a couple sessions. Some things recently came up in his life, and he felt the need to kind of step back from it. So we're going to respect that and let him kind of take his own time off. We have no guaranteed guideline on when he will come back or if he will feel comfortable coming back anytime soon, and we're ultimately just gonna be in earshot, and if he ultimately decides that he doesn't want to come along, then that's perfectly fine. He'll still be involved in the community and everything. He still does really care about everything going on. So yeah, he just won't be with us for a little bit. Hopefully he'll be back soon enough. And with that, I think that's the general updates about what's going on. Let's get into this episode of the Event Horizon. The situation of last time is the group kind of had a conversation about the initial message and if they felt that they were tied to its cause and result. Kind of unclear exactly what could have caused it, if anything. Many people deciding that they might just be better off leaving. Upon discussing for a long time, there's opinions for either which way. Some people neutral, some people saying that they want to say, others saying that they would wish to leave. Kiddy had a interesting visitor walk into the tavern, a very pale elf with long kind of ears and solid black eyes, dressed in a very formalized suit. Seemingly made a contract with Kiddy once they made their way up to the room, protected her room with some sort of magic that isn't in fact magic, apparently. After kind of dealing a contract, it was discovered that Kiddy has some sort of job that she needs to follow through with in the Estebar Islands. She was requested to try and make it out there before the months of Gray. So about 3 or so months out from the current time. As that was all happening, the individual finally ended up leaving, using a portal to get out of the room instead of using the door. We found out that the magical enchantment on Kiddy's door ended up persisting, and through multiple attempts realized that it would harm anybody else that was trying to get in that wasn't Kiddy. Whenever you entered it, it was also notably silent and deafened to the outside world, seemingly for some sort of security reason, although its intent was not really implied. Whenever that finally concluded, there was a message clawed into the wood outside Kiddy's door, reading, "It comes in two." The group, assuming that another event was to happen soon, readied themselves, and before they could really gather themselves properly, their vision did a similar crimson red kind of effect to it, as they saw the buildings, just as before, slowly degrade and disappear into the void, people frozen in time, except the party, seemingly enough. And on the horizon was a shadowy abyss just on top of the ocean, slowly sweeping in. And as they looked towards it, there was the ominous fear and horrifying thoughts that crept into their mind. Whispers of shouts and cries were heard inside their head after realizing that it wasn't coming from around them, but from their minds. Then shortly after, the party came through. They quickly agreed that no matter what, they need to do something about the current situation. Gob ends up running off and attempting to go after the dragon from a couple episodes back. Whenever they finally get to the shore, a lot of them meet up there trying to convince Gob not to go. Gob ends up swimming off into the ocean just as Humperdinck decides to offer more blood into the water, causing the dragon's footprints to kind of radiate a kind of light from them, leading Gob to kind of go out. Gob, after going out a fair distance and making it past the sandbar, has multiple instances where she almost drowns, realizing that she can't really make it out further, eventually comes back. Uricius kind of dragging her at the same time. As we left off, the party was in a mixed state of mind as we left off on the shoreline of this beach to where they saw the large black dragon descend into the depths. What are you guys doing?
Uricius is just in the sand, holding Gob in his lap, going, "You can't go after it. There's literally nothing we can do from here."
Gob is looking very tired and very frustrated at this point. He kind of pouts and says, I need to find out.
I know you do. And Uricius is just gonna kind of, the way you do to a small child when you kind of like reassuringly rub their head, he's gonna do that and go, "I know you do. I know this means a lot to you. But this is a really dangerous way to get answers. And like I said before, there's a chance we can get them in Jonyo."
But the dragon is here.
It's not here, Gob. You've seen its footprints go out further into the ocean. It's not here anymore.
I need to find it.
And we can find it by using the researchers in Jonyo to be able to actually figure out how to track a dragon.
Now that Uricius and Gob are out of the water, Kitty's going to rush over and start untying sort of her outer robes. And she's going to put two of these outer robes. One of them she's going to put over Uricius' shoulders, and then she's going to bend down and try and cover Gob with it like a blanket.
Hugo appreciates the show as Kitty is starting to strip her layers.
God damn it.
May I ask what's actually happened to Sawyer at this point?
Sawyer is looking rather down, just kind of slowly patting Daisy and looking back at the group. You can very obviously tell that, for lack of better words, he is in over his head.
I was kind of hoping he'd be our guide through this forest, but he's in no condition to do that. We have to decide either to keep pushing through to Jonyo, or to double back to the vote and have a safer route.
I think we should take a little bit of a rest here. I need to bandage up these wounds, and it might be a good idea to plan our next steps in more concrete detail.
How long till nightfall?
Where we left off, where you guys kind of trekked through the Crimson Grove a little bit. I forget exactly where we left off time-wise. I'm gonna say, if I retcon something, then so be it. I'm gonna say it's a little bit past midday. You've probably got a couple more hours of sunlight.
Yeah, we shouldn't waste the sunlight. We have it.
Well, personally, I think we should wait to rest and, see if Gob and Uricius can warm up. They were just out in the ocean.
I'll be fine, and I'm sure if I carry Gob and she's wrapped up in some blankets, she'll be fine.
Gob is already starting to shake off against Uricius.
You guys notice that the sand around you begins to kind of get tussled up as if there's a bunch of wind. It slowly kind of builds, and at first you think it's probably just the breeze coming off the sea, but the sand is growing more and more intensely, and it seems as if there's this kind of source of wind emanating from one point on the beach that's just blowing sand out in all directions.
Oh, that was what I was worried about. Something like that.
Well,
Alright, some force doesn't want us to rest here. I say we
And just as that kind of happens, kind of not quite a like bolt of lightning, but kind of these electrical sparks kind of start spewing up from the sand, and then in just a flash you see a door frame appear there with a door.
Uricius is just gonna kind of hand Gob over to Kiddy and go, I'm gonna check this out, and kind of walk up towards the door cautiously.
Okay. The wind kind of emanating from it has slowly died down ever since its appearance. There's not the sand is still gently moving, but it's nowhere near as harsh as wind as it was before. The electricity kind of slowly fades away.
Xulen kind of leans in and whispers to Hugo, do any of the books mention random doors appearing?
No.
Well, Uricius is going to very, very lightly, like to the point where it is feather light, poke this door.
Yeah, nothing happens. It feels like a wooden door.
Okay, then he's just gonna give it a good old knock.
Yeah. With no room or anything attached to it, as you kind of knock from the inside, you're, give me 1 minute, I'll be out shortly.
Hugo
Okay.
has his rapier out and his shield out, and he is moving kind of aggressively towards the door.
Uricius is gonna
Xulen.
chew him and go, what the fuck are you doing?
As
Stop,
you guys
stop.
are all doing that, you kind of see Daisy get up from Sawyer and just kind of start barking at the door.
Guys, stop! Stop! This person could be friendly, stop!
Xulen kind of is near his eyes at the dog, noticing that. It's like, she doesn't normally respond outside. Maybe perhaps she knows something about it.
Just
The
let's calm
dog.
down.
The door just slowly creaks open, and as it does, you kind of see almost like what I would describe as the kind of interior of a tavern of sorts. A pretty well up tavern. You can see some like nice tapestry, and even like the silverware on like some of the nearby tables and stuff is like fine silver and gold. And in the doorway is this figure in kind of this purple robe with these kind of golden trails all around it. It's very obvious that he is not wearing anything underneath this robe. And kind of this messy bedhead, what you could assume is some sort of like almost like a tiefling meets an air genasi. There's aspects of the hair kind of being wispy and kind of tendril like, but you also see horns and kind of a long kind of blue tail. I see that this is probably the time that I was supposed to be arrived. You haven't died yet, I guess. Correct?
We are all very much still alive. Yes, who are you, might I ask? And Uricius is going to make a very conscious effort to keep his eyes eye level.
Oh, that's good to hear. From like one of kind of the robe pockets, he just like reaches in, pulls out a toothbrush without like any kind of like toothpaste or anything, just starts brushing his teeth. Well, I was supposed to arrive here before Sawyer did anything.
I'm sorry, Sawyer?
He like pulls it out. Oh, sorry. Yes, Sawyer is supposed to come with me.
He hasn't said anything to us about this. You mind telling us about this arrangement?
Sawyer is very visibly confused by the situation. Still, you can tell it's a mixture of what is going on and also still the previous events kind of weighing in on him.
I'm sorry. I don't know who you are, but our friend here isn't going with anyone until we know the situation and we know that he's in good hands.
Well, are you saying these hands are not the best? I have been crowned best hands in the kingdom for 4 wenches' bedchambers multiple years in a row.
Hugo looks
I'm
at his
not-
hands and raises his eyebrows.
I'm not saying you don't have good hands, sir. I'm saying that I don't know you, so it's hard to trust you right away.
Well, I would say that most people do not know me. It is simply a idea, as you call it, is it not?
Look. From our perspective, this door just pops out of nowhere, and our friend who's already having a hard enough time as it is is apparently supposed to be going with you, and he's not speaking up, he's not saying anything, so I'm assuming he has no idea what's going on.
This figure kind of like sitting in the door frames, like almost kind of hands on both sides of the door frame, just kind of awkwardly looking out at you. You see its tail just kind of like grabbing random objects, and you just kind of see them almost like flying in the background. Like first it's a couple pieces of like fruit and such, and then you see the occasional like sock and like a plate. You hear it just completely shatter in the background, and he just completely unfazed with it. And eventually there's like a sock puppet that it's just doing like mouth movements as this figure's talking in the doorframe. Fine, I'll put it in these terms. Do any of you understand the concept of destiny, or whatever you would like to say?
Yes, very much so.
Okay, then you believe in me. Time to go. Sawyer, with me.
What?
I don't think so, Mister. He's just gonna get in front of Sawyer with his like rapier, like pointing at the guy.
Gob is
Please,
getting in front of Sawyer.
You cannot hurt me with that. As you get like this very almost like devilish grin, like the very kind of sharp teeth with like large canines and everything.
Perhaps we're approaching some divine direction. What is Sawyer's destiny with you?
Sawyer is not, how would I say this? He is not supposed to see the following events, and he's supposed to come with me. Are you doubting he will have a good time with me? As he gives you a little bit of a wink and kind of that snarly grin again.
You think
he
that
gags
might have
in the background.
Uricius is just gonna look a bit taken aback and just kind of
again
lose his conscious effort to maintain
as
eye
he's
contact.
just having this conversation with you. The tail is just throwing more random stuff. Now you see it kind of like almost like it's digging out like a wardrobe. You just see piles of like clothes just slowly like building up behind him.
I don't doubt that your company is fun, sir. I just doubt your intentions.
So
Gob has gotten in front. Oh, sorry.
So what you're saying is that you doubt destiny.
Okay, I'm not here to have my religion and my faith questioned, sir. I do believe in destiny. I just don't know who you are.
But I know who you are.
Okay, well, go
Gob
ahead.
has got-
Talk away.
Kind of almost like snaps his fingers a couple seconds. You see him like snapping almost as if he's like trying to get something to work and it fails a couple times. You see like this spark of magic in his hand for just a second. Eventually, like 4 or 5 times, like him almost cursing out like, God damn it, I said this would work. You see a kind of sigil of Mother appear, and then right behind it you see a map of your hometown.
You know, it's not entirely surprising that you could narrow it down, since my amulet here does speak volumes. And there are specific
And would you like to talk
locations.
about your mother's shop and the things that you do involved, your best friend? Trust me, destiny knows all.
Uricius is just gonna kind of go an unhealthy pale that you guys kind of haven't seen him before and go, well, I guess I do know who you are then, sir.
All right, one has been convinced. The rest of you, bring it on. Hurry up, I have to. The time, destiny must go on. The longer I'm here, the more what's the word? It's been so long, convoluted it goes.
Xulen kind of is looking very skeptical, especially at the guy talking about destiny and all that. And he kind of walks up and goes, okay then, if we're playing history lessons, everyone, what do you know about me that nobody else would?
Would you want me to say that in front of the rest of the group?
Xulen's eyes kind of narrow. He's trying to judge if this guy's trying to gamble with him.
You can do an insight check for that.
Okay, insight check. We get a 5. He can't tell anything.
It's hard to make out. It's mostly because the way he talks about everything is in such kind of like a playful, nonchalant way, but there is very much when he asked you that question, it was almost from a point of concern.
Because that low insight, he's going to try to call his bluff and just smile and go, sure, why not?
So, tale of how things go wrong. Your friend then has some idea, I assume, as he kind of gestures to Hugo.
Vague words.
Xulen, if I was to give any advice, getting away from the claw is not an adequate way to get away from all your problems. And now trying to leave, I'm not sure how much it will actually do for you. Both of you, as he gestures to Hugo again. Sometimes when you fail, you have to stick through things, even if it seems as if the odds were stacked against you, and that no one was there for your rescue. Now, have those vague enough words left you satisfied?
Xulen seems to have a clenched jaw, and he just kind of very tightly nods and takes a few steps back.
Like not even like waiting a beat, just immediately turns to Hugo. And you're not who you really seem to be. Don't make me go into more detail than that.
You claim to be Destiny, but Destiny can be changed.
Yes, I can be changed. I can change my outfit right now.
Why should Hugo?
And you see the tail kind of like pick up a top hat and like sit it on his head.
Oh.
Gob is gonna walk up to this quote-unquote Destiny person, look up at him with like fists clenched and like eyes narrowed at him, and just the most feral look going on right now because her hair is just poof and soaked and just she's soaked and everything. And she's gonna growl at him in common. Who am I?
He responds in Draconic. You don't know, and I think it's better for you to keep it that way for now.
She's gonna try to jump on him.
No.
Yeah, make an acrobatics check for that.
Okay. I use my new dice.
What are how are you trying to jump on him? Like jump to attack,
just
or
like leap onto his chest kind of a thing. And,
Okay.
like grab onto him. Kind of like a you're not going anywhere until you answer me properly kind of a way. I'm gonna use my new dice for this because Maddie is amazing and got me new dice for my birthday. That you said acrobatics?
Yes.
It's 15.
As you there's this weird turn of events that almost no one can comprehend what actually just happens here. Is that Gob jumps up and almost kind of is about to cling on to him, which a lot of you guys assume is like almost like an attack mode. And suddenly the robe is sent just kind of flying off with Gob at it, probably about like 10 feet back. And now the figure is kind of sitting there in a very kind of formalized suit.
Well, at least we can look down now.
She's cursing him out in Draconic.
None
Where's
of the
this
foul
skin?
language is needed. You could simply just, be happy with destiny. It'll work out eventually. Some of the people tell me that at least.
Sticks her
Uricius
tongue
is
out at
just
him.
gonna kind of grab Gob and like hold her like toddler style over the shoulder, just like it's okay.
Kiddy, do you need any persuading, or can I just take Sawyer with me now?
If you know Destiny, how is my cat Belle doing?
Oh, that got me. Why would you ask that question?
Because I don't know how they're doing. You might.
But wasn't it your...
And then she's gonna say... Sorry, continue.
Wasn't the idea to get out of your town and start your own business? Doesn't really seem like you cared awful lot.
She's gonna go silent for a sec, kind of pale a bit. She's going to pipe up in Gnomish.
Before you even speak, he responds in Gnomish. I know what you're going to say. It's okay. Just...
Are they okay?
Let me ask you this. You've been very non-direct with this question, so I'll ask it once more, maybe a little more directly. What is Sawyer's fate if he goes with you?
Sawyer's fate, if he goes with me, means that he will be safe. And all of you, I assume, as his friends, would like it to be that way. And it means destiny goes smoothly. We don't want any bumps in destiny because, it's never a good time. Like, if I get a bad zit on my skin, I mean, I swear, it will be a horrible day.
Gob is trying to get to Sawyer.
Uricius is just kind of step back with Gob and go, I hope after your show of whatever you would like to call this, that you do exactly what you say and Sawyer is safe.
Xulen kind of gestures Hugo to lean in closer to him.
Yeah, Hugo's there. He's glaring at this man.
Well, honestly, it seems like our hands are tied. If he can see our past and can do all this, he's
Sawyer-
obviously very powerful. So I don't
Sawyer
think we
kind
can
of like holds up a hand to the group. Look, I'll go. Yeah, I hope you all are okay, but if what he says is true, then I hope everything goes okay. Daisy, come on. As he kind of like picks up the big fluffy dog, now kind of tussled with sand and the fur and everything. If this means that people will be more okay, I think it makes sense.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I won't stop you. Go for it. You're a few.
Gob is crying. And it's
the figure like steps out of the door frame and kind of like gestures with one hand for Sawyer to make his way inside. And you notice that like Sawyer walks in and kind of like immediately is just kind of like it's looking around almost in like amazement, like if you're in something so ginormous that you just can't comprehend it, so you're just looking everywhere. But like the second Sawyer walks in, you can just see that like flush over him. And now yes,
now Hugo was looking specifically at the door. Are there any like runes or
it's a
anything?
wood door. There's nothing suspicious. It literally looks like the door frame was like ripped out of some house.
Okay.
I will be on my way then. Thank you so much. Also, please do not hold me up next time. Destiny needs to stay on o'clock. And then kind of makes his way back into the door. And then just the second he walks in, you see the tail kind of going back as he's turned away from you, just going all over the place and like starting to grab things off screen. And just as he's about to kind of shut the door, just throws like a banana out the door. And then just kind of moments later, the wind from before kind of picks up, kind of blowing sand over a lot of you guys. Then just in a second, the door just vanishes.
Xulen stares at the banana and goes, oh great, more magical fruit.
Hope it doesn't have any spiders coming out of it this time. And he tries to laugh as she's really wide-eyed and not looking great.
Should we rest now?
Uricius is just gonna put Gob down, pat her on the head, and sit in the sand and just go, well, if that wasn't the most terrifying thing, I don't know what is.
Personally, I think Destiny's bullshit. But he seems like a being that we couldn't take on.
Not yet, at least.
Either way, I feel like it'd do our mental health some good if we at least moved away from this area.
Yeah, no, great point. Look, don't care where we go, just let's go.
Alright, should we head towards Jonio?
It depends. Do we go there by the road, or do we cut through the forest without a guide?
Probably head by the road.
Yeah, no unnecessary casualties with us.
So for that of it, we're going to be doubling back and going towards the road then.
Uricius will kind of grab Gob's hand and say, okay, then let's go.
Gob actually pulls her, like, rips her hand out of his grasp and runs to where the door is and is, like, looking around for where it went. She is sobbing. Just absolutely distraught.
What's wrong with the goblin?
What do you think, Hugo?
I don't know. They were just growling at each other.
I don't know. A member of our misfit band of adventurers just got whisked away by some being who claims to be Destiny. And Gob has been trying to find answers about her past. And this entity refused to give her any. So I don't know. There's a lot to be upset about here, don't you think?
No. Let's just keep moving. Grab a goblin, let's go.
Uricius will pick her up and go, he might be heartless, but I'm not. We can talk about this on the way. I'm sorry.
As you're trying to pick her up, she is like fighting to get out of your grasp, like clawing at you and everything.
Please
Doing
don't make
everything
this
she
more.
can to get loose.
Please don't make this more difficult than it needs to be, Gob.
She's even trying to pull on your beard to get out of your grasp.
Kitty,
Uricius will sigh,
Kitty's-
and he is going to use Hold Person.
Alright.
The thing that lasts for like 6 seconds.
It lasts for about a minute, so you better make a wisdom save.
Okay.
And what is Kiddy doing?
Kitty
Wisdom
was
saving
Kitty was
throw?
going to speak in.
That's a dirty 20.
Alright, what is Kiddy doing? Sorry.
Kitty was going to speak in Abyssal behind Uricius and ask, "Do you want me to put her to sleep?"
Well, considering I just couldn't paralyze her, yeah, see if you have better luck.
I said, you just see Xulen's head just
Okay,
snap back at that
Kitty
language.
is going to cast.
Same with you, go.
Watch your tongue. Yeah, Kitty's going to cast sleep at the 2nd level. Just a really sad kind of strum, like let's see. Oh, I always hate casting this spell through D&D Beyond.
Roll a bunch of d6s.
I should just roll this out on
Yes.
roll 20. That's a bunch of D8s actually.
Oh, yeah.
Never mind, roll 20 is loading. A second.
Time to break out the dice.
Start rolling them clickety clackers.
No, this is fine.
They always unload
That's-
so many spells on each other for the weirdest things.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep.
Is that all right? That's 5d8, and that's an additional 9.
I put Xulen to
does-
sleep.
Oh,
That's
if it's
good.
an additional
37.
9, she's already like calm. She's only got 10 HP. She nearly died earlier. You guys don't like. If you guys remember,
Yeah.
because of Kitty's door.
Yeah.
So she only has 10 HP right now. So she's just like
Kitty didn't know that.
Yeah.
dead.
A really deep sleep,
Dead.
huh?
Yeah. So Uricius will just pick
That's
up
one
Sleeping
form of
Gob and carry her like you would a toddler.
Alright, so what are you guys doing right now? Going to the main
Oh,
Oh,
road?
we're making our way to
Heading to the
Jonio.
main road.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, Humperdinck would probably know this. Going back to Grimesport and going on the main road from there is probably faster than trying to traverse the Crimson Grove.
Yeah, that's our
Because
plan.
you're going to be going through thickets and such.
Yeah. No, that's the plan.
That's the plan.
Can whoever is leading the herd roll me a survival check?
I would say that Hugo is probably leading the way, even though he doesn't have great survival. But he's just
So it'll
kind
be
of.
Yeah.
Hugo as Xulen at this point.
Whoever's leading the way.
Yeah. Let's go with Xulen, please.
Fine, Xulen will do it. At say 20.
Okay. Yeah, you make it back, no problem. Kind of emmed up by the Grimes estate again. And then are you guys just gonna...
Straight to the main road.
Could we do some shopping first?
Xulen's eyes kind of now go, what could you possibly need?
I need a change of clothes. I'm wearing silks right now. Do you know how much silks go
Or
for?
we could buy.
Can you, as you guys are kind of like walking into town, can Hugo make a perception check for me?
Absolutely. That's a 14. Straight 14.
14. Okay. As you and Xulen are kind of up front, and he's just kind of making sure that you guys stay on path, you have a little bit more time just to kind of look around, even if you are having the conversation with him. You see a couple, like, not a couple, like a lot of posters saying heroes reward, please come to the inn.
I'm gonna point them out to the party.
Yeah, there's a bunch of posters
What?
saying heroes come to the inn, reward.
I guess we're making a pit stop.
It seems like a trap.
trap or not, I'll kick
Trap
Gob
in
outside.
the inn we've been staying at this entire time that has had multiple aberrational horrors warp it and magic influence it.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably a trap. Let's get going. Let's go to it.
Oh, jeez.
Xulen just kind of pivots and walks
Hugo
towards
looks
the
down
inn.
at his bleeding arm that he hasn't had time to bandage up properly yet.
Uricius will just kind of groan and look at Hugo and just kind of poke him ever so slightly and use Cure Wounds.
Surprised it wasn't like a slap.
Oh, trust me, he's holding Gob. He wanted to make sure she sleeps soundly, otherwise it'd be a full-blown bitch slap.
God would have woken up by now, most likely.
Yeah.
But I feel like she's just so tired at this point that she's just truly conked after that.
That was a lot of sleep magic hitting you for that little
Yeah.
HP.
So that's 8 points.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Hugo also says thank you.
As you sort of
With
pass
Gob
your way through the market area again, make your way back into Jocelyn's carriage. Immediately when you walk in, you see Jocelyn give you a big smile.
Oh, that's concerning.
I can't tell if that's a good thing or a bad thing. You tell us.
Can I? Oh man, does this look
Sawyer
like
was
the
with
Jocelyn
us.
now?
This looks like Jocelyn and everything. She's just giving you a big smile instead of like a sigh whenever you guys walk in.
Scary.
Hugo's gonna stay next to
suspicious.
the door.
Yeah.
I like how all terrified of the happy innkeep we've known for a long time.
Yeah. So Uricius is just gonna walk up to the bar and go, "You're smiling, which means you're either about ready to kill us or something good happened and we're just making that day better. Either option sounds highly dangerous for us."
No. We wanted to pay you back. You did a lot for the town the other night, and we felt as if the group should get a little bit of reward. A lot of us pinched together whatever extra cash we had. I mean, this won't mean anything to Humperdinck. It's small change for sure, but a lot of us want to thank you because there was probably more that could have happened that night if you guys weren't here. And then she starts kind of pulling out like a couple sacks of coin.
Uricius is just gonna give that like really flattered gasp, just like, and just like oh my goodness, this was entirely unnecessary. And don't worry, since this is chump change for Humperdinck over there, he won't see a penny.
There's about 600 GP there. It's not as much as you would have got if the whole town was on board, but the miners are missing right now, and all that kind of stuff going on, and the market isn't doing the best. And with the storm baron is in a mood, so it's not like we've been getting a lot of.
Jocelyn, stop! This is more than anything we could have expected. And we didn't do this for the gold. We didn't do this for those reasons. And anything at all is appreciated, even if it was just a silver piece or a copper. It means a lot.
Well, I'm glad. We wanted to make sure that you were okay. Thank you. She kind of like begins pushing kind of like the... you can tell it's like for it to be this quantity, it's probably mostly in silver. But they're like sizable, like just bags of cash as she kind of slides them over the counter towards you guys.
Uricius is just with one arm and Gob in the other, just gonna start handing them to Kiddy like, well, this is my life now.
Goddamn Dungeon Masters dropped side quests on us.
Oh, where am I putting this money?
I don't know.
I can hold it. I'm
Bag.
Money.
I suppose Kitty's gonna throw over her bag from her shoulder and just, I don't know.
And Humperdinck, Michelle says she wants to see you next time that you're in. She planned the Friday special. She said she would never do it again, but she's willing to give it another try for you as a thank you.
Is it called being friends?
Of
Can it be
course.
called
Michelle's
being friends?
one of my favorites. And I'll definitely hit her up next time.
Bojack.
Doesn't know what those words just meant. He just knows he doesn't like them.
Uricius, with a very good idea of what that meant, is just gonna grimace and go, again, thank you so much. If there's anything you need from us while we're here, we're actually planning on heading out to get more information about what might have happened, what might have caused the events that took place in the town. So we're going to Jonio for a much better suited library.
I understand. There's only a couple hours a day left. Are you sure you're gonna head out so soon?
I mean, I personally have been roughing it out on the road for a while. I don't mind a night out again. It's been a while.
Okay. I wish you all the best, and thank you again. If the town wasn't so on edge right now, we probably would have gotten together and done a little bit of a celebration.
You have all been too kind, and if I can get what I need to get done, I will come back and I will start getting things together for the miners and see if I can help with that. I know they've been having some problems for a little while now.
Has God woken up by this point?
Oh,
at all?
for sure.
Yeah, I would say Gob has been awake. She's just been passively being held by Ursus.
Mm-hmm.
Gob is going to attempt to climb out of his arms. Just very slowly.
You sure you want to do that?
She's not doing it, like, it's very slowly.
He's just gonna hold you a little more snug and go, I'll put you down in a minute, I promise. As long as you promise me you won't go running off.
She is ignoring him speaking while trying to rustle through her button pouch.
Oh! He'll loosen his grip a bit when he realizes that.
Okay.
I swear if that's coming from my head, we're gonna have issues.
Not this time. Not this time. She gets out of Uricius's arms and fishes out a gold button that's actually made out of pure gold that she stole off of one of Humperdinck's outfits. And walks up and holds it out for Jocelyn.
I kind of looks around at the rest of the group as she's like slowly taking it from Gob. Thank you.
Just kind of shrugs at that.
Uricius will just kind of smile and go, means she likes you.
And then she takes out a jade button and holds it out to her. And says in comment, for Sawyer.
Thank you. Kind of like a wave of confusion on her face as she takes the button. Sawyer's okay, right?
He's okay. He just went his separate ways with us. So if next time he comes through here with the next batch of sheep or whatever he does, it's a parting gift from us.
Okay. As long as he's safe, I'm glad.
And then Gob goes and stands behind Uricius, kind of holding onto his leg.
He'll just kind of rest his hand on the back of her head and go, oh, you're being sweet today.
She looks still rather tired, and her eyes are kind of glistened, like eyes do when you're like about to cry.
He'll pick her back up and kind of give a not, I wouldn't say curt, but more of gratifying nod to Jocelyn and motion for the rest of the party to make our way out.
Hugo's
Yeah,
going
Kitty's
to...
done packing coins.
Hugo's going to actually approach Jocelyn or one of the girls.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen. There is one thing you could do for me before I leave. I just want something I can remember you guys by. I don't know, if you got like a dress or something that I could take with me.
Uricius is going to hear this, turn around and go, I know you're into a lot of things, sir. And this is the only time you will hear me say sir in reference to you. If you don't get your ass out of this tavern without saying one more word, I swear to mother.
Look, I don't judge you and what you do in your free time. Don't judge me and what I do with my free time.
Bullshit, you don't judge me. I'm gay and you've been trying to convert me to being straight since I met you. Get your ass out that door.
Hugo's gonna look at Jocelyn and the girls, and they're gonna be willing to take him up on this.
They look willing, but now concerned after the threats from Uricius.
Hugo's going to whisper, "I'll be back." And then he'll pretend to follow Uricius.
Oh, he's gonna make sure you get out that door first before he leaves with Gob.
This entire time, Xulen's doing that thing where he rubs his temples, except he still has his helmet on and his gloves, so he's not really doing anything. He's just going through the motions of trying to rub his head.
You'd be surprised tools that would help us later.
Well, yeah. Michelle would probably donate you a dress. Let me go talk to her.
It'd be appreciated. You can tell her she does that for me. She won't have to do the Friday special again. As much as I would love that.
She kind of leaves into the back room where a lot of the girls' kind of quarters are. You guys are just kind of left at the bar area.
Uricius is kind of glaring at Humperdinck and says, if this is for anything unrelated to getting Gob new clothing that I can fix up for her, I don't want to know.
Hugo is avoiding looking at Uricius and looks very ashamed right now.
I just realized Gob is still in that destroyed dress from a few days ago.
Yep.
She has other clothes. Hugo brought other clothes for her.
Apparently not.
Uricius has no idea about this. He only saw Gob in that purple dress.
A few moments go by, and you see Jocelyn kind of make her way out with this kind of floral embroidered kind of purple long dress. She said she hopes this does well. It's the one that you all met in.
It's perfect. Absolutely lovely. I loved how she looked in this. Thank you so much.
Would you like a bag for it?
I've got a bag. It's fine.
Okay. She kind of lays it out on the bar for you.
Hugo will quickly fold it up very well. It is perfectly folded. And then he will put it into his bag.
All right.
Uricius, shaking his head, is just going to leave him behind and go, I'm gonna go get us some potions and head to the marketplace.
As Hugo walks by Xulen, he just kind of goes, shut up. And
He's got his little chuckle to himself because he knows exactly what he would have said.
And then Hugo will also go after everybody to the market or wherever they're going.
All right. You guys walk out Jocelyn's carriage into the main market area.
Uricius is just going to use his prior knowledge from his many attempts at detect magic to find unusual things and head towards the alchemist shop.
Okay. Kind of pull up to this kind of gaudily dressed human in these kind of bright what I could only describe as almost like tie-dye leather kind of outfit. Kind of these bluish pink tones, very kind of embroidered, kind of silver floral patterns go all about it. The trim is made from this extremely kind of fine blue stitching.
Uricius is just gonna kind of take a little inhale and go, before I ask about your potions, I must say I love the embroidery on your outfit.
Well, thank you so much for that, hun.
I just admire stitch work. I can't help myself. But what do you have in the way of health potions?
Well, I just brewed some this morning. If they would be interested to you, going about. I'll be willing to pop for about 20 GP a pop. I would say they're pretty good myself. Whenever you need a little bit of pick me up, then they're always there. I've got 4 of them on sale right now. I need at least 1 for the hangovers, but
well, that's good for you then. I plan on taking 3.
All right, that'll be 60 GP from you.
And Uricius will just kind of take some of the money out of the reward bag and give it to the saleswoman.
Okay.
That's 600 silver.
I know it's gonna be a lot of silver, but that's fine.
Yeah. Well, there's gold coins and platinum kind of mixed in, but a majority of it is silver.
Yeah. Well, if that's the case, he'll get rid of some of the bigger denominations first.
Okay. It's you get 3 greater healing potions. So 44 plus 4.
Cool. I will add those to my inventory.
Well, it was mighty fine doing business with you. You want any other sort of potions, would you? I've got a variety of things going on.
Your sister's just
He kind of like leans in close. I got one that makes you permanently see colors better. Gives you a little bit of a wink.
Uricius is just kind of gonna smirk at that and have a rough idea of what he means and goes, if I need one of those, I could always go back home, but I appreciate that offer. He is going to just kind of look back at the party for a minute and kind of whisper, do you have any water breathing potions?
I would for sure. Small stock, as you see him kind of take out like a crate of, you can generally tell are kind of like the older potions, kind of dusty and such. He kind of goes through and you see him kind of swash the liquid inside, almost seeing if, like him looking if it's still good. And you see him kind of go through, well, I got, the shelf stuff, they might not be as potent as they once were. I've got, let's see.
I only need the one.
Oh, then yeah, I can give you the best looking one. He like compares a few of these kind of purplish liquids. I think this one looks the best. Actually, hold on. He like uncorks it, gives it a little whiff. Yeah, it smells pretty good. Slides it over to the counter to you. It's backstock stuff. 7 GP and it can be yours.
And he'll hand over the money and go, pleasure doing business with you. I hope you have a good day.
No problem. Come back in town if you want any more of the fun potions.
I'll keep that in mind. And he will also add that to his inventory. Okay. So with that, your sister's going to look back at the group and go, I think I've got everything I should need. Enough potions to keep you guys up when I'm out of magic. Anything you guys need?
Hugo's going to go to a clothing store.
Okay. Do you want to like one of the ones in the marketplace, or would you like to go to like an actual kind of tailor in town?
Just one in this market. He just wants basic like commoner clothes and a rough cloak.
Like a traveler's cloak kind of style?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's kind of a gristled kind of what would he be? He would be a half elf. Yeah, kind of a older half elf with kind of like a graying salt and pepper beard with a shaved head. What can I do for you?
I just need traveler's clothes and a traveler's cloak.
Oh,
doesn't be anything too fancy. Trying to keep it low key, you know.
I can do that for you. Do you just need a single pair?
Yep, that'll do fine. And by the way, the name's Hugo Humperdinck. And Hugo's gonna give him a nice knowing look and like reach out his hand, shake it.
Kind of takes it and much more of a firm handshake than Hugo was probably expecting from it. Kind of hurts your hand a little bit. Name's Jack Doyleston.
It's a pleasure, truly.
If I wrap it up all kind, sorry, the shop isn't doing that well. Would you be willing to do a GP for it all?
Of course.
Your sister's gonna look over to Humperdinck and go, so she doesn't tear up one of her nicer dresses. I'm hoping to gods you have more for her. Maybe get her something a little less poofy.
I've got a spare dress in my stuff.
And if you're sure.
Oh yeah, I'll be fine. And I will pay a gold. And I will also get a smaller traveling cloak for Gob.
Okay, yeah, you probably just... I'll just lump that one in with the rest.
It's appreciated. I'll be sure to tell everybody about your business.
Thank you.
Of course, my name has weight here.
Just gives like a sure kind of nod to you.
Yeah. All right, Hugo will give the cloak to Gob.
Gob has fallen asleep.
Okay.
Uricius will just kind of put it over Gob and kind of almost as if he's trying to tuck her in. Even though he's holding her, he's gonna try and do that. And doubt it's gonna work well.
All right.
Are there horses for sale in this town?
Yes, but the horses are generally like there's not just normal traveling horses. A lot of them are like upper breeds, either kind of war horses or race horses, that are coming in from like ports and such.
We might just want to consider a wagon then instead of separate horses each.
Uricius is just kind of gonna mumble and go, "No, not a wagon."
Xulen just kind of glances towards Uricius, but doesn't say anything.
I'd rather travel by foot than like a peasant in a wagon.
Xulen is once again just roughing his temple, but the helmet's still there.
As you guys
Uricius
are,
kind of groan.
as you're sitting in kind of the marketplace, there's like various buildings all around. Like there's various entrances into like little mom and pop shops and everything. One of the doors kind of opens up, and you think it's like nothing. It's just more people coming and going. But it kind of swings open, kind of a loud clang, as you see the figure identifying as Destiny from earlier kind of walk out almost drunkenly, very how would I say this, like he's wearing like a dress shirt and he has underwear on, but he has no pants or anything. His tie is kind of like undone and everything. His hair is all over the place, is still kind of ebbing and flowing tendril-like.
Uricius is just gonna kind of carefully hand off Gob to Kiddy and go, "I'll just be a minute," and head towards Drunken Destiny.
And you just see him holding like a fairly sizable bottle of like you would know it as whiskey, and he just keeps downing more of it, and you just see the bottle refill.
Uricius will just kind of, in the most awkward way possible, because he's not used to doing this, he's going to try to appear confident, and he's just going to walk up and go, "Well, aren't you enjoying yourself?"
What do you mean? Destiny always enjoys himself. It's me, the best hands on the world.
Uricius will kind of smirk and go, "Oh, you're going to have to live up to that name sometime, sir." So,
someone takes me up on my hand deal?
Just saying in general. What brings you to the marketplace at this point in time?
Has it happened yet?
If you mean the big event that's probably going to be following us, no, not yet.
Okay, good. I'll be on my way.
No.
He kind of like stops in the door frame, still kind of head back as he's drinking more of the whiskey. Kind of turns to you as he spills a little bit on his very kind of nice white shirt. What?
Does that actually even affect you, that alcohol?
No, but it makes me feel better.
Oh,
if I'm like automatically, you just see him like stop the drunkenness. Sometimes it just makes me experience what you deal with.
I understand the sentiment. Have a nice one. And Uricius will just walk back to the party.
You too. What is it? Fate be on your side. Pile of crap. Fate never did anything good for me. What do you mean you control people's lives? That's my job. As you can kind of see him like throw the bottle as he gets back in the inn.
He'll just kind of walk up and nod at Xulen and go, "Well, that was an interesting conversation."
Surprised you didn't try to get anything out of him.
Oh, trust me, I know there's no point, and he knows enough as it is. I don't think it's good to waste someone of his power's time.
Well, that just still leaves us in our predicament and deciding how to travel.
Well, I say on foot, because after that small snippet of a conversation, wagon, carts, carriage, anything that leaves us somewhat vulnerable does not sound like a good idea.
And you think being on foot makes you any more secure?
Oh God, no. Mother help me, no. I just mean, if something was to attack us, I'd be slightly more prepared rather than sitting on my arse just twiddling my thumbs.
Xulen kind of just takes a sigh of that and goes, well, I've been walking this entire time. What's a few more miles to walk?
Hey, if this event hits as much as those visions, omens, whatever they are, if it hits when those things insinuate when it will, then we won't have to walk after that. We just need to get far enough away from the town.
So then, Xulen kind of looks at this party. Any more distractions? We finally ready to get a little
I
bit
have
of
a few more
traveling before the
things on my
daylight
list.
ends.
I have a few more things on my list. And I can knock these out real quick if you want, Evan. I want a tent and rations.
Okay, yeah, just general supplies.
Yeah.
How many rations would you like?
Oh, I've got 10 already. I'll take another 10.
Yeah, Xulen's
That'll-
probably
that's
gonna do
enough
the
to feed
same.
me.
All right, tent would be 2 GP, and then
All right.
rations are a GP a piece, I believe. 1 second.
A single ration is a gold piece. That's expensive.
Oh, 5 SP, half a gold.
I was gonna say,
And I'm gonna try to get some of my money from Kiddy. Hey, I know that Jocelyn gave us some money. I was wondering if I could have my share so I can get some rations and stuff for the trip.
Well, I don't mind. It would be 100 gold pieces each, probably.
I think so.
Xulen kind of raises his eyebrow at the math right there. I believe
Well,
600 among 5 is 120.
Are we
Well, I
not
think Uricius
leaving
already
some
spent
for
some.
Sawyer?
I only want 40 out of that. The rest you can split amongst yourselves.
I'll take 100. I've got plenty more back at home. The Humperdinks are a very wealthy family. I just don't tend to carry much on me.
Good for you. Kitty's gonna take enough gold out of that reward stash to buy, what Hugo was getting, 10 rations and a tent.
So
will he-
7 GP
will she
altogether.
give him-
blankets.
Will she give him also the 100?
And then he's like, I would like my gold, please.
That's why I'm here. I'm here for the loot.
Does Kitty end up giving him his gold?
Oh, yes. Oh, sorry. I thought that was established. Yes, she does.
Okay, cool. Excellent. Thank you.
Yes, is also going to get he is going to get rations for himself.
Okay.
20 days worth of rations.
So it would be 7 GP from Hugo for the 10 rations and the tent, and then it would be 10 GP for Uricius for the 20 rations.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
A crossbow. I might as well get a crossbow. And bolts.
Give me an investigation check trying to look around for it.
Okay.
You haven't seen one just commonly in the marketplace.
That's a 12 plus 4, 16.
Okay. Yeah, it's not like widely established in the marketplace, but you see like a little kind of hideaway shop where you're getting the gist that there's probably some like tinkers and stuff in there. I assume you make your way over there.
Yeah.
As you walk in, you see this gnome in kind of these almost like brass stilts, just kind of walking around the shop. And like the second you walk in, just whips his head towards you. Oh, there's more people coming along here. What can I do for you? High heel stilts here?
Yeah, they look great.
Yes, you would love some, wouldn't you?
No. I'm plenty tall as is. And Hugo draws himself up to his full 5'11" height. And
Was that a short joke?
look, I'm just no, but I'm here for
okay.
a crossbow. You got any of those? I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Just a normal crossbow? Yeah, we've got a bunch in the back.
Excellent. I just want crossbow. Let's say a solid 30 bolts to go with it, and I will leave you to hang out on your stilts.
I mean, the stilts are pretty nice. Only 10 GP.
That seems pretty expensive for a pair of stilts, I gotta say. I can make my own.
I can jump higher in them.
Prove it.
kind of there's about like a 10-foot ceiling about where he's standing. Like he probably stands about 4 foot tall with the stilts, but he easily jumps up to just bonk his head on the ceiling. Oh shit. Probably shouldn't have shown that inside. And Maddie, out of game, what kind of crossbow are you looking for?
Just a plain old crossbow.
Hand, light,
Not
or
a
heavy?
hand crossbow.
Light, I assume.
Light.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably want
He's
a
not
light.
strong.
Okay. Sorry, that was for me. And then you said 30 volts.
Yeah.
All right. He kind of bonks his head. Let me go get you that crossbow.
Appreciated.
Walks into the back room. As he kind of gets back there, you kind of hear him cursing. Damn, this stilt's making bash my head. Maybe I should just invest in like high heels or something. I'm not really sure at this point. And then you see him kind of come out. It's fairly big for him, but for you, it's like a normal size crossbow. Just kind of brings it out, puts it on the table. And then from underneath kind of this big kind of like sales desk, he starts pulling out bolts and counting them off. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Sorry to say, I've only got 26 on hand.
I'll take him.
All right, let's see. Crossbow, time and effort is probably going to be like 25 GP, and I'll give you a GP a piece. So 51 GP?
You must be insane. That is way too much for just a crossbow. Let's bring it down to, let's say, 35 for the whole thing.
Eye raises wide. If you would like to try and persuade him, you can
35 per
do a persuasion check.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, no, that's my good dice. This is my bad one. Ooh, that's a 10 total.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait. That's an 8 total. My bad. I forgot I'm not proficient in persuasion.
I'm sorry, but the bolts are GP a piece, and the crossbow's not really doing that well, so I can knock that down to 20. But bolts, they're metal. You gotta pay for them.
Fine, I'll take the crossbow and 10 bolts then.
Alright, what, 46 GP then?
No, that'd be 30 GV. 20 for the crossbow, 10 for 10 bolts.
Oh, you're just doing 10 bolts. Oh, okay. Well, here.
Just doing 10 bolts.
As he kind of like splits the bolts, kind of counts them
Alright.
off again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's 10. 30 GP. Cough it up already. I'm not going any lower.
Yeah, sure. And Hugo's going to slide over 26 gold pieces. Because this guy seems to take a long time counting.
Alright. Let me do an insight with him. Is he actually going to double count? Yeah, he starts immediately when you give him the money. He starts counting away at it. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3,
Look,
4,
I'm in a
5.
hurry.
Give me a second, okay? You're not leaving my shop until I get my money. You already made me bust my damn head on the ceiling.
Literally the fate of the world.
21, 22,
riskier.
23. Yeah. That's what my wife told her before she left. 25, 26. There's not 30 gold here.
Must have been my bad. I'm carrying a lot. Throw over 4 more gold pieces.
Yeah. Weight of the world and shit. I mean, that's why she left. God damn. All right. Thanks to the gold. I hope you enjoy the crossbow.
Oh yeah, you have fun with your stilts.
Yeah, I will.
Good. Hugo will leave with his new crossbow and bolts.
Okay.
And he's a little bit bitter right now.
All right.
Well, now that that little adventure is out of the way, I imagine standing outside using a super hearing to just listen to the whole conversation.
Yeah, I mean, the gnome was like very
Uricius
boisterous and
asking for a
loud.
play-by-play.
Shall we be going finally?
Yes.
Well, if that's everything, then let's be off.
All right. Is everybody ready?
Well, we're off, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to use that as a breakpoint then.
Cool.
So we will be back in just a minute. Welcome back, everybody, from the break. We're back here. Yeah, the group is heading out from Gramsport. Is there any last requests to people?
As I'm much much as I love cardio as the rest of you sure we can't take a carriage or a wagon?
Look, I don't feel like explaining this to you. I don't feel like going into detail. I just don't want a carriage or wagon. I'd rather be in a goddamn boat. Just no.
Would Hugo know if the Humperdinks have any sort of, I don't know, agreement with local stables because of all of hunting?
Not really in Grimesport. Like their stables are like almost always filled with war horses and racers. Just because like they're an intermediate between Jonio, which has like racetracks and such, and an army. But there's not really just a lot of normal horses that they would just lend out. Especially with the Humperdinck not necessarily being tied heavily to the military.
Yeah, I would normally pull on some strings, get us something good, but we've got going on here, it's mostly horses that are racers or horses, not really built for pulling a carriage.
Xulen counts a sign, turns to Kiddy. How about you? You got any ties?
A warhorse would be able to pull a carriage.
Shh. Not in this area, unfortunately.
Okay, so it's agreed. We're walking. You'll just have to deal with it. Let's go.
How much is a war?
Like 350 GP, I think.
Yeah, no, that.
Warhorse 400 GP.
Well, let's get moving then. We have a long trek ahead of us. Bunch of cheap bastards.
Oh well, exercise might be good for our spirits.
That's out of character.
Better be. Fucking better be. Because Uricius would have said something in Draconic to Gob right then.
Alright, you guys are heading out just a little bit before sundown, basically.
Yep.
How long would you guys...
That's not a problem.
How long would you guys want to travel before kind of taking off a campsite?
What would you say, right when the sun finally disappears?
A little bit past that, I would say, since Uricius, he glow.
Okay, it's like an hour past.
Yeah, sound good to me.
So you probably get an hour and a half outside the city, so a couple miles out. All right, can whoever, for people, for the podcast listeners, how I go about travel and that general stuff is that two people were going to choose, or like two people of the group that are generally going to be more alert, both roll perception checks for me. If they do not have dark vision, they get disadvantage if it's nighttime. But yeah, they roll perception checks, and that kind of determines the party's perception and how much they can tell. And it's kind of assumed the rest of the party is just kind of going about their own business. So who
definitely leave Xulen his advantage on that.
Well, Uricius would be also looking out as well, since he'd be leading.
Okay, you guys can both roll me perception.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
15.
Okay. Yeah, you guys kind of travel along the main road. As you get out of Grimesport, it goes from kind of like a hard stone, almost like paved road, into a more just clearing and kind of the terrain. As you go along about an hour and a half, you're still in the Crimson Grove. Yeah, you're just roughly getting out of Grimesport right now. But yeah, you get down. Nothing really eventful happens. You start getting kind of a cue that it's getting later into the night. You start hearing like owls and stuff just kind of hooing away, and animals rustling. You see a couple deer that are kind of like nestling down in the thicket for the night. Eventually you get to a sizable clearing where if you wanted to make camp for the night, you probably could.
Yeah, think we will.
All right.
Yep.
Alright, yeah, so you guys settle down there and everything. Nothing's really hard to come across. You can find firewood super easily. There's some rocks and stuff if you need them for like weights, falling down logs for benches, all that kind of jazz.
My question is, how cool is it this evening?
Warmer than in Grimesport. You're feeling less of the kind of sea breeze and everything nowadays. So nah.
Cool, so no need for fire.
No need for fire if you didn't want to light one.
I mean, no need to light one when you got a glow stick.
Yes, but can we cook food over this glow stick?
Well, that's what the rations are for. It's already like cooked, it's already done or good to go.
All right.
We're not. Why
Hugo
waste?
is going to whisper a few Riddick and gonna cast Druidcraft to try and get the weather forecast.
How would I say that next day's gonna go? You very much sense a storm coming. There's a like you guys feel some humidity, but you assume it's just that you're still pretty close to the coast and everything. But yeah, with the Druidcraft kind of feeling the trees and everything, you get a strong feeling that there's probably going to be a storm coming tomorrow.
All right, I'll make sure everybody knows.
Okay. Question for Gob.
Yes.
How badly torn up is that dress? Like on a scale
It's
of
destroyed.
Like, how destroyed is destroyed? Like,
It's
covering
in
everything.
rags.
Like, irreparable though.
Yes.
No.
All of the fabric that got torn off is like they did not recover it.
Oh yeah, no. So if that's the case, Uricius is just gonna go walk up to Hugo and go, "You have another dress for her, right?"
Yeah. He'll pull out another purple dress, skirt and everything again.
Uricius is gonna grimace and go, "Anything less puffy?"
No.
Well, here goes nothing. Uricius is gonna take the dress, walk up to Gob and go, "How do you want this to look? Because I bet the puff isn't appealing."
She just quietly sticks up her arms, like in the way that normally people would change her. She's just being very, very quiet right now.
If you want anything changed later, let me know. I can hem things and take a few bits off if you want, and he'll get her changed.
She doesn't protest at all like she would normally. She's just kind of dead to the world.
Ursus is gonna kind of sit her down and go, "Do you need to talk?
She shakes her head.
Are you sure?"
She shakes her head.
If you decide you want to talk, I'm always willing to listen. Okay?
She does look like she's starting to tear up again.
He's just gonna like pull her in out of huge like bear hugs and goes, "I know the past few days have been rough and I'm really sorry."
She's still being just quiet. She just doesn't seem up to talking.
You'll just give her a couple light pats on the back and leave her be.
She's just kind of walking and petting her cat while randomly making it disappear and reappear.
All right. What are the rest of you guys up to?
Hugo's gonna go
Talk to who?
Kitty.
Okay.
Hey, so I just wanted to let you know, that Destiny guy mentioned that you're interested in starting a new business, and I've got connections. The Humperdinck family's got connections. If you need any help starting your business, want a little push into the field, I got your back.
At this point, Kitty was probably set her instrument down, was trying to put up her tent for the evening, and immediately stops when Humperdinck is done talking. I don't think you can help me with what I'm trying to pursue. I don't think it's in your realm of expertise.
It might not be in mine, but the Humperdinks are a diverse bunch. You could say we've got our fingers in a lot of.
Don't understand. Can we please not talk about this? She'll turn her head around. Her lips are gonna kind of quiver in the corner. This isn't something that I'd like to talk about.
Sure thing, but my offer still stands. Just let me know. Hugo will away once he realizes he's upset the lady.
And Xulen this whole time is trying to play that lute again.
Okay, you know what? Kitty can't do it anymore. She's trying to do her tent, but there's this thing trying to play. She's just gonna give up on the tent for now. Kitty's gonna stand up.
Oh, it's a 19.
She's gonna stare at Xulen for like 5 seconds.
I get a 19 on that roll. Actually, I'm competent tonight for once.
Oh,
As Kiddy like hears him begin to kind of start to play it, she kind of instinctively stands up as if she's about to yell at him, but then realizes that, like, you know, it's like beginner level, but he's playing a song and it's not half bad.
oh, he's going to be, she's going to be a bit, her shoulders are going to relax a bit, and she's going to take a deep sigh, and she's going to go pick up her Theorbo. And is Xulen sitting right now?
Yes, he is.
Okay. Kitty is going to unfold the neck of her Theorbo, and she's going to sit down next to Xulen and kind of start playing in tune with Xulen.
Alright, can you also give me a performance check?
Okay, let's hope I don't mess it up. This is okay.
You can also add your
Let's go. Know what I got. Roll20's loading, or just white screen.
We're having a moment,
No,
everybody.
what did I roll? Oh, 20.
You got a 20.
Yeah, you're doing fine.
Oh,
There's music in the air tonight.
yeah. Kitty's gonna give Xulen a little smile, and she's gonna ask, when did you start playing the lute?
You know, during my first career, never really got to do anything I enjoyed. It was always more told what to do when I did it. When I got out, I just wanted to do something I'd enjoy. I saw a lute one day, thought it'd be fun, and I bought it. And, well, here I am.
Oh, that's actually really sweet. If you need any more help with the lute, or trying to get your fingers down if you don't know a chord, I might be able to help you.
Xulen smiles at that and says, "Thank you. I'll take you up on that offer."
Kitty's gonna she's gonna blush a little bit, but she's gonna go back to playing in relative quiet, relative ease, relative silence.
Okay.
Hugo gives Xulen a little like thumb.
Xulen just kind of glares at you across the campsite for that one.
The rest of you guys
I
are.
would say with that dival.
What was the question?
Oh no, I said this entire conversation could have been so much different if I had a worse dival than that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The rest of you guys are kind of.
I think.
Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah, definitely at this point, hearing the music and hearing how Xulen is actually playing well for once, Uricius is just gonna settle into his sleeping role and take out his spare blanket and just start embroidering, just enjoying the music.
With Kitty kind of giving you the like occasionally you mess up a note or something, and Kitty just gives you like a little bit of advice on it. With that, I'm going to say Xulen is now proficient in a lute.
Nice.
Yay!
Yay!
As you
Now you have.
oh,
that's great.
as you guys kind of go into the night, are you guys gonna just all do your own kind of tents and camp rolls and everything?
Uricius is going to stay relatively close to where Hugo's stuff is set up so he can stay close to Gob, but aside from that...
Is anybody gonna do anything else tonight?
Hugo is in his slightly paranoid state, going to go around the campsite and use his and I don't know if you'll allow this, but he's going to try and make some of the earth a little bit like crunchy, so that maybe if somebody walked over it, it would crunch a little bit.
Yeah, I'll allow it. Okay.
All right, he'll just do that in a few like sort of strategic locations.
Okay. Give me an insight check as you're attempting to figure out like where someone will commonly walk.
Sure. Oh, and no matter what, he is putting one like right in front of his tent.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 7 total.
Okay.
Oh.
You put down a few of these patches, pretty confident in your placement.
Oh yeah, this is totally gonna catch somebody.
You just get Xulen walk up and stare down and go, "What are you doing?"
There's like one like right next to the fire.
It's even like as he's just going around setting these up, a couple of you accidentally step on them and just completely ruin it. But there is a pretty loud kind of like crunch as you are almost stepping in like this hard gravelly substance.
So I see you haven't had enough to drink to get you to relax tonight.
Look, it's better safe than sorry.
You're right, but maybe
True.
put it in a better spot so we don't set it off.
I'm
about
putting
to
it
say-
where people will walk.
Safety requires competence, doesn't it?
It does. I'm not in a place to make comments right now, and
I don't see
You're-
any of you doing anything.
Can
It's all
Xulen
me.
try to actually figure out what would be good spots just to make Humperdinck calm down?
You can do an insight if you want to make Humperdinck feel better. You can do a survival if you want accurate places.
Yeah, I'll do a survival one. That's a 21.
Yeah, you know for sure definitely entrances and exits to your campsite and could easily point them out.
Here, and here. Was that so difficult?
I rolled a 4 on my wisdom check for Hugo. He's convinced that he knows the right places, so
God damn it.
he's not going to listen to Xulen.
I don't remember it being this difficult. He's just kind of mumbling us all. I don't remember it being this difficult before to work with, and just heads off to his tent.
Chloe's coming over to say
he's
hi.
always
right
been this difficult, Sunshine. Don't you worry.
Tell Chloe I say hello.
now. For podcast listeners, Chloe's my cat, and she is walking across my keyboard right now.
Yes.
Yes, I
see the
do love
tail.
tail.
No, I love the fluff.
For the podcast listeners, the cat is in fact a Maine Coon.
Very fluffy.
Is the fluffiest kitty around.
Oh, yes.
If you join the Discord, you can see photos of her.
Yes, join the Discord.
All right.
Join the
Love to have
Discord
you.
solely for pictures of Chloe. That's it.
Yes. Only Chloe pictures. Nothing else is worth it.
All right. You guys are all settling in for the night. Is anybody else gonna do anything?
Uricius is going to probably stay awake a little bit longer than everyone else to keep watch, and he'll just before Xulen settles in go, hey, I'll wake you up in a few hours. We're gonna take turns.
Xulen nods at him.
Gob is trying to find a spot to lay down and just curl up.
Hugo will have a spot in his tent for Gob.
Instead of laying in the spot, she's actually just gonna curl up against him.
He's fine with that. Because nobody else is seeing the tent.
All right.
Can't show that you have feelings.
Nope.
As this is all kind of going down and everybody's mellowing out, Gob, Kiddy, and Hugo, and Xulen all kind of go to sleep for the night, while Uricius stays up a little bit longer. Uricius, as you're kind of just watching around the camp, can you roll me a perception check?
I can indeed. Jesus Christ, what's with me rolling these dirty 20s? Okay.
All right. Night is fairly uneventful. However, about like an hour after everybody goes to sleep, you see Kiddy kind of slip out of her tent.
Uricius is gonna keep notes of where she went and gonna wait a little bit longer before he decides to wake up Xulen to see if she'll come back.
All right.
When I noticed Uricius as I'm getting out of my tent.
Oh, you?
Yeah, as you get out, you see glowing.
You know there's a glowy boy over there.
He glows in a 30-foot radius. If you don't see him, it's like you're blind.
Okay. Kitty's gonna stare wide-eyed at you for a bit before she takes a deep breath and walks over to you, and wherever you are, she's just gonna sit down.
Can't sleep.
No, you're here, and I need to tell you something because you're here.
Okay.
I may have a way of helping Gob, but I don't want the rest of our friends to know.
I want you to know this. Depending on what you tell me, I may or may not have to tell everyone else. So keep this in mind and choose your words carefully.
All right. You've been with Humperdinck and Gob for how long?
Before meeting up with everyone else that we've gathered. I think I spent maybe 3 days with him and at Jocelyn's carriage.
Okay, I see. Well, Humperdinck's told me that he hasn't been able to get Glob's collar off since they were in Jonia. And
I asked her about it, and best thing I can glean is she used to be a slave.
well, from where I'm from, there's usually a lot of runaways of sorts. You would see non-traditionally humanoid races with similar collars to gobs, and my family has we've learned of a way to get them off, and I want to see if I can be able to take it off for her.
I want your guarantee that this won't hurt her.
Can I guarantee that, Evan?
Offhand, no, you can't guarantee it.
I can't. I think this is the best option Bob has to actually getting
Best
it off.
option, my ass. You haven't given me any information aside from your family has a way to possibly get these collars off. I don't know what it entails. I don't know anything about where this is from. So I want to know more about it before I even think about keeping this a secret from everyone else.
Evan, could I roll something to see what information I know about getting the collars off? Type specifically.
Yeah, you can do a history check. It's gonna be very vague because you haven't investigated the collar itself yet. You only could see it from a distance last time that you tried.
Okay. Instead of doing that right now, I would need to get a closer inspection of her collar first.
Uricius is gonna sigh and go, so you come to me, making these big, grandiose promises, coming to me with these ideas, and you don't even know for sure what you're working with.
I haven't exactly gotten close enough to see what type it is. There's multiple types.
Uricius is just gonna sigh and go, multiple types or not, that should have been your opening line.
Well, regardless, I think it would be better to do this now without everyone here.
Well, unless you can manage to get Gob out of that tent, don't think that's gonna happen tonight, sweetheart.
I could try. Give me a minute. I just wanted to warn you first.
I appreciate
Kitty's
it.
gonna get up. Kitty's gonna get up, and on the outside, how thick are these tents? Can you speak through these tents?
Yeah, you can speak through these tons.
Okay. She's going to whisper in Draconic, right outside her tent, Up, can you wake up? Please wake up.
I want to point out in Draconic that's growling.
Oh damn! Okay.
Yeah, but this
rolling
is
perception if she does that for Xulen hearing growling outside near the tents.
If it is growling, then she's first gonna try and just saying her name in common, just whispering it.
It would be very throaty growling.
I'm not trying
God
that yet
is
then.
cunt. Just absolutely knackered, curled up against Humperdinck like a cat. That weird pose that cats get sometimes when they're curled up and their bellies are exposed. That style.
Let's see. Okay. She's going to say, "Gob, can you wake up in Draconic?"
Yep. You guys just hear the growling and grumbling noises.
That is a 19 on my perception for listening.
Yes. Yes.
Do I hear the growling?
I would say everybody in camp could hear the growling.
Does Hugo get to roll?
You are right there.
You guys see you see a Xulen combat rolling out of his tent with a crossbow leveled at the growling force.
Oh my god.
Hugo also jumps up, dislodging Gob, and runs out of his tent.
Launching her?
Not launching, he's kind of moves her to the side like you would with a cat. You don't really want to wake up. And then runs out of the tent.
Gob is just half asleep at the moment, half asleep, half awake, and just kind of squinting, looking around.
So Uricius is gonna call out and go, false alarm, people. Someone wanted to be smart and talking draconic. You can all go back to sleep.
You're not even sure if Xulen's even awake on this. He seems to be acting on instinct. It's not like Drea, like, just point a crossbow at Kiddy.
His snout slowly lengthening.
Oh my god. So, guys, please put your weapons down. It was just draconic.
Who the hell's growling this late at night?
You can
I'm
blame
sorry.
Kitty.
I'm sorry. I'm just.
What are you thinking? Warn somebody.
Well, obviously she was thinking in draconic, which you guys don't know. Now, if you don't mind getting your beauty sleep, I'll wake you, and he'll gesture to Xulen, up in an hour and a half, roughly.
Xulen just kind of backwards travels into his tent like he just like
Just reverse like the reel for Xulen. It's just reversing the reel.
pretty much.
Oh my god.
Hugo gives a glare and goes back into his tent. And well, first he has to redo his mold earth because he just definitely messed that up by getting out of his tent.
Oh, and Uricius will call out to Hugo just before he goes in. Hey, you want to do me a favor real quick?
What?
You want to nudge Gob towards the entrance of the tent real quick?
She's asleep.
I
Whatever
know
it
that's
is, it can wait till the morning.
Yeah, fair enough. If she's that tired, I understand. Night.
Why not ask? Why not ask Gob? Gob, are you awake? Kitty's gonna try and poke her head into the tent.
Gob attempts to slap you as you poke your head in. I like to think she doesn't hit it either. Like whether or not I rolled, I like to think she doesn't hit her because she's just half asleep. And it's just like this, like whap. It's like,
All right.
it's like
Man.
go away kind of a thing.
Look, the goblin deserves privacy. I deserve my privacy. I need my beauty rest.
Night, Hugo.
Night, Uricius.
I just imagine Kitty having some like anxiety attack in the middle of all this.
I still want those two to end up together.
Uricius is just enjoying the fact that Hugo got the living shit scared out of him and is chuckling to himself quietly.
Yeah, Hugo's gonna go back.
Gob's cat goes and lays on Uricius' lap after he sits back down, if he's not already sitting.
Oh, Uricius has been sitting this entire time just enjoying the show.
Yeah, her cat goes and climbs into his lap. And just curls up.
He'll start petting the cat.
Okay.
Any other
He's gonna speak in
plans?
Draconic again. You know, Gob. Can you please? I'm here right now. I can help you.
up.
I can help you with your.
You just see a crossbow slowly peek out of the tent all of a sudden. Just the crossbow.
Kitty's gonna be quick. I can help you with your dragon problem.
Gob, as you're talking, tries goes into her pouch of buttons and pulls out a button and magic stones it at you. Do you want me to roll to hit, Evan?
It's not me this time.
You guys are all so freaking tired. You're gonna probably hit it. Just yeah.
I'm gonna probably hit or not hit.
You're probably gonna hit.
Probably.
Do you want me to roll anyways?
He isn't really
just say
dodging.
You can say it hits.
Isn't dodging.
Okay. Hold on.
You don't expect the goblin to whip out a button and shoot it at you.
Even if she did, she's really.
It's 5
doesn't
points of
care.
bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
Uricius will kind of look over at Kitty and go, "So you done messing with the dire goblin now?"
It hit her
That's
in the
fine.
nose.
Right in the nose. Kitty's in her nose.
Is when she doesn't sleep. No one listens. It's always better when they learn.
Can you guys repeat what just happened after it hit her in the nose?
Okay.
My internet just dropped.
Oh, so Uricius just kind of sighs and goes, I didn't tell you how Gob acts when she doesn't have a lot of sleep because no one believes me. It's better when they learn.
Kitty's she's gonna move away from the tent now. It obviously doesn't look like it's working.
Yeah, no, you're gonna have to catch her in the morning and kind of tell the rest of the group. Yeah. Though what? Thanks for scaring Hugo. That was definitely worth the watch.
It was not worth the pain.
Yeah, sorry about the nose.
Am I still on? My internet literally just flicked out for a second. Am I still here?
Yeah,
Yes.
you're here. If I can show nose real quick for you if you want.
That would be nice. You don't have to though. It's fine.
Flicked off a second time.
I
disappear. You know why?
Uricius is going to kind of chuckle and use Cure Wounds.
Touch the nose, cure wounds.
So that is 10 points of health right there.
Oh wow, I'm rejuvenated.
Brilliant.
All right. Sorry for disturbing your evening. I'm just trying.
Oh no. You haven't disturbed my evening at all. In fact, you gave me something to look forward to in the morning. I can't wait to see how grumpy Hugo is.
Oh, goody.
How grumpy Hugo is. How grumpy Gob is.
He's not looking forward to that, trust me. If there's anything else, let me know. I've still got another hour and a half.
Oh, I'm going to bed. It was a waste of time. Kitty
don't feel too bad about it.
Kitty's gonna brush off Eurystheus now and just collapse back in her tent with the phantom nose pain.
Okay.
Oh. So, how's that extra hour and a half looking, Evan? Clear still?
Yeah, nothing's really going on.
Okay. At that point, Uricius is gonna very carefully approach Xulen's tent and go, hey, your turn.
Yeah, by the hells, I had such a weird dream. Why's my crossbow loaded?
You know, I don't think what you had was a dream. I'll fill you in the morning.
He just kind of upside and goes, yeah, okay.
And Uricius is gonna huddle back into his bedroll, and before he gets completely settled, goes, hey, do you want the extra light?
Nah, I'll be good.
Cool. And then he'll completely engulf himself in the bedroll.
Okay, that's the fourth time my power just flickered. I'll play stay on still.
Alright, can you make me a perception check for the night?
Sure. That is a 17.
Alright. There's one little scare in the middle of the night. You just kind of hear some things rustling around, and your smell makes you kind of smell fur, but fur that doesn't really blend in around here. Definitely from an unusual animal. However, as you kind of go into the woods, just ever so slightly kind of peering over this kind of thick layer of bushes that kind of surrounds the clearing that you're in, you just see a little kind of almost like a bear cub with a owl's face, just kind of waddling around. Kind of looks at you, blinks a couple times, and then just keeps on walking by.
I imagine... What's Xulen's knowledge on owl bears?
They're monstrosities.
It's more of, if there's a cup nearby, is there a mama bear waiting around the corner?
Typically they're like, the mama bear is like right next to it at all times, if it's this small. So there's a high chance that this one is completely separated from the pack right now. Especially if there is an owl bear around, they would be super aggressive towards you.
Oh, do we want to try to make a new pet? Xulen's gonna be kind of curious about that. More of the thought that there's something around here that, if it's separated from the mama, maybe the mother's dead, and that could be just as terrifying. It kind of takes a little bit of what do owlbears eat? Are they vegetarian or carnivores?
Both.
Yes.
That takes a little bit of jerky out of his pocket and just kind of dangles it over the bush edge.
This thing like bolts at you.
Okay.
This thing's probably not bigger than probably like 2 feet tall. Like it is a cub. It is super small.
Come here, little one. Got more where that came from. He's just kind of having a little trail leading to the camp.
Okay. Do an animal handling check with advantage.
Ugh, that's an 8. Xulen's not good with pets.
Yeah, you put down a couple pieces of jerky, and it gets like the first 3 or so, and then it starts kind of like realizing the clearing and the tents and everything set up, and it starts kind of looking around at them and looks at the tent that's glowing right now, and then you see it just kind of slowly kind of step back from you.
No, it's okay. Shoot. We wishes there's a way you could tell Ulysses to shut off the light bulb without scaring the thing.
To be honest, Uricius isn't in a tent. This is just a glowing bedroll.
What?
Uricius doesn't use a tent unless it's so.
No. Ignore the scary light. Come on. Mommy, huh? Please don't be around the corner. Please don't let mommy be around the corner. As he throws down a little bit of like dried fruit and stuff to add to the mixture.
Okay. Yeah, it keeps kind of following you.
Curiosity's getting the better of him at this.
It keeps kind of following you into it, into the clearing. You're about like the middle of camp at this point.
Do they step on any of Hugo's noise traps?
Let me see. Let me roll for it.
Oh my god, no.
No, because where you put them.
You're bad at it. I told you where to put them. I'd step on them. No, you didn't.
It literally just walked right past a lot of them.
Xulen's really trying to think of who would be the best at this, and the only one who was confident is like, Ulysses. Psst, Ulysses. Wake up.
What? Is it already my next shift?
We have a bit of an issue in the camp, or maybe a delight. I
As
don't know.
As you kind of hear like a squawk from the middle of camp.
What? You didn't. You found it. Okay, how old is it?
I don't know. Everyone else gets pets. Can I get a pet for once?
Wait, what do you mean everyone else gets pets? No one has. The only one who has a pet is Gob, and Sawyer just. Daisy's a different story. Okay, what? Uricius is gonna get out of his bedroll and go, oh my god, so precious. Okay, Uricius
The
going
owl
to go
is
out.
very much on edge as the glowing person walks towards it more.
No, he's not gonna walk towards he's gonna get low.
Can you dim the light at all, you freaking will-o'-the-wisp?
If I could dim my light, trust me, I would have done it decades ago. No, shh. Uricius is gonna get down low just to kind of be like, show that he's not a threat, and he's going to hold his hand out with his head down with jerky.
Animal handling with disadvantage.
Oh no. So, how's 18 for you?
Owlbear kind of walks up, bites a little bit of the jerky, then immediately kind of tries to scuttle away. Almost as if it's like a cornered animal just taking the food and running.
Can Uricius just... he's gonna kind of like leave his hand there and just, I guess, kind of try to imitate owlbear noises?
Okay.
Performance
What
with
that one, will ya?
disadvantage? As you have never
Can we
heard
get a
this
perception
noise.
check
Can we make a perception check?
The owl bear sounds like an owl screeching, so like you will all hear this.
Oh goodness. Kitty's probably gonna wake up then.
Oh my god, my rolls are so good right now. 16.
Yeah, this. You notice that there's a second that it looks at you, almost as like an animal looking at you like, oh, you speak my language, then immediately kind of shakes its head and starts backing off from you again.
Okay.
Xulen is taking his cloak and draping it over the light bulb over there, trying to dampen it. Come on now.
Hugo's
okay.
gonna peer out from his tent.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Nothing good. Sorry. We're just we're taking care of a baby animal. Nothing to worry about.
Kitty's gonna poke her head
Kitty,
out of
you're
her
awake.
tent more.
Kitty,
what's happening?
Is there a way for you to speak with animals and have me be able to speak to said animal?
Why do we care about the animal?
Because animals are adorable and they're
back to
friends.
bed,
And then-
Go
Hugo.
back to bed.
Hugo, as you're kind of sitting
Why do you
around there,
want
you
this
hear
animal
it kind of
here?
like squawk in distress.
Oh god, it's in distress. Kitty's gonna
Hugo's gonna
cast
look
the
over.
spell.
You just see the little baby
Come on,
owlbear.
a druid.
Kitty's casting the spell speak with animals, and she's gonna very sleepily crawl out of her tent. Oh, hi, little guy. Where's your mom or family?
Just more squawking.
I
Do
don't
I know
understand.
how?
No.
I don't understand. I
Nope.
Oh
I-
no, it's
I-
too dumb.
it's the spell?
Young.
It,
It's
you
too
know?
young.
it's not a beast.
Oh right.
It's a monstrosity.
Yes.
Does Hugo know how valuable owlbears are?
Oh yeah, no, like these you see these once in a blue moon, nonetheless in like the Crimson Grove.
Oh yeah. And would I know of anybody in Jonio who would buy an owlbear?
Yeah, they would buy an owl
Dead
bear,
or alive.
pelt our head.
I'm pretty sure
murder.
Xulen would be ready to kill a former good friend. It's his turn to have a pet. Damn it.
This would be the moment where Uricius would actually hurt someone if you even tried.
Hugo's gonna come out.
As someone,
What I've got.
as
God,
Kitty,
none of us-
as she's used to like speaking with animals and handling animals and similar things,
Mm-hmm.
would she be able to like calm this owl bear down?
Hugo's gonna go sneak behind.
Xulen
All right, can you roll me a
knows
stealth check?
Hugo.
Yes.
You.
God.
Oh no. That's not one.
Oh, God, you put it on your face, don't
you
you?
step on your own kind of noise traps and just alert everybody to you. It also kind of like turns immediately and sees you kind of like walking along the sideline and is backing up even faster now.
No,
Oh, God.
no, little baby.
Oh gosh.
Hugo.
Um,
If you don't
I'm gonna
get back on
cast
your
mold earth and make a 5 foot by 5 foot cube behind it. So it like falls into a little pit.
Okay. All right. You see it kind of fall in and then just kind of is frantically kind of like running in circles and trying to like climb its way up the walls, but it just keeps kind of like sliding down back into the pit.
Gotta grab his rope. He's grabbing his rope and he's running over.
As soon as
Some
Uricius is running to the pit with like food in hand and is just trying to coo at it and like give it food. It's like, it's okay, you're okay.
Sorry, my
I
internet
can't
just
sleep
cut
on-
out. So to recap, Hugo was running over there with a rope, and then what were the rest of the people doing?
Yes.
Hugo is currently having sleep cast on him. Hugo is getting sleep cast on him by Kiddy, and
Yeah.
Uricius is running to the pit with food to try and calm the owlbear.
Okay.
Gob is asleep with no idea what's going on.
One time when you're on druid, dang it.
Hello.
Yeah.
As the owl bear is kind of just squawking and yelping and making all sorts of noises, you guys hear way more rustling in the bushes.
Oh yeah, Hugo is out. He like gets out of his tent with his rope, starts making move for it, and then falls face first.
What
Oh,
do
God.
my wolf ears hear, DM?
Well, you smell more.
Eesh.
Oh boy, it's
And
a stinker.
with that, that's where we're going to end the session.
Yay!
What?
I had fun, even if Gob had an emotional breakdown.
Oh God.
Why can't
I think
Xulen
it
have
starts-
anything nice?
So starts the
What do you
next
mean, why can't
Xulen?
session
What do
just
you mean, why
asleep
Yep.
face in the mud.
Because Xulen hasn't earned any nice things yet.
Like, just keeps kicking the shit out of Xulen.
Poor Xulen.
Because he's not as cute as Gop. It's because he's not as cute as Gop.
Yeah.
That's
A
why.
baby owlbear going at market prices.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Xulen will actually harm you physically for that one.
Uricius is going to beat the shit out of you.
This could be you asleep with unconscious on the ground on a pile on silk and just punch you in the face over and over.
Because
Poor
Uricius is
Chico.
going to notice the rope, and he is not going to go easy on you.
Oh my God.
We're gonna get fucking murdered by.
Oh yeah, I'm prepared for
him.
Mama Owlbear to come visiting us.
Family owls are coming.
And Uricius is on side of my owlbear and kicking y'all's
Hey,
asses.
Uricius is at full health. He has 1 second level spell slot left, so he can use spiritual weapon. And he's still got his mace. He is good.
Yes, let's make
You was
the lost baby owlbear start making lots of noises to attract other owlbears.
Oh, you said they're rare. Let's hope that holds true.
Why did you all want a pet?
Xulen
Why?
deserves
Just leave it
something.
alone. Don't
No,
need a
but
pet.
animals are. We do. Do you know? Oh my God! But owl bears. Okay, there is a game that I know someone played in. I can't remember who it was, but they managed to get a baby owl bear cub, and it was the same way. Like the DM treated it the same way that they would with bears in real life. If you raise it from a young enough age, it doesn't look at you any differently. So it's just like friend and doesn't try to kill you. And is just very like friendly. And if anything tries to hurt you, Lord help it.
You don't need this. Look, Kitty has a
We
policy.
don't.
Leave your pets at home.
Okay, but when
They might be
you
used
don't
for
have a
blackmail.
home- Okay, but
Jesus.
Owlbear. Baby, we couldn't leave Baby Owl alone.
It wasn't
Sure you
alone.
could.
Well, now we know that.
Listen, you just got this feel that Xulen has been without in life a lot. He wants something for once. And he
Yeah.
wants a damn pet owlbear cub.
Yeah. Let Xulen have this, because Uricius is all for this. Uricius is just like, oh my God, I love this.
Now, if
I
you
love this
just get
creature.
your lightning bug butt out of here and stop scaring it with it.
Uricius is normally good with animals. They're not usually scared of him. He's very distraught right now.
Damn it, Sawyer, we need you.
All right.
If Hugo had only managed to sneak, we wouldn't be in this situation right now.
If Hugo had managed to sneak, Hugo would have been the one tied up.
No.
I'm a bit curious why Hugo wants to sell or wants the money so bad.
Look, man, he's used to needing like an emergency fund.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and end the recording here. Thank you to everybody who is listening in. I hope you had a fun time with our merry band of adventurers. If you want to learn more, website episodes are up on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, and there's subsequent scraper platforms that use either 3 of the major big ones. Not sure if I'll be posting it on more than those couple places because it's just more work on my end. Sorry in advance. Recommend it to your friends. Toss it around. More people in the community is always good, and join the Discord if you're interested in kind of interacting with us more. You can also come in and you can listen to live sessions. They're all hosted right in there. You're more than welcome to come join. You can ask me or the group questions, talk about D&D, talk about life stuff and all that jazz. And then we also have Twitch channels going on. Go watch people while they're playing some games. They might be live by the time this comes out, depending on if I get it out at a reasonable time or not. It was wonderful having you all, and I hope you have a great day, night, whatever time it is. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.